Geyserville.
To Geyserville, where CAL FIRE is conducting an update on the Kincade fire. Let's listen in.
And rapidly expanding. Because of the terrain of the area, the crews had a difficult time getting around it early on, and the fire grew much more quickly in size, in addition to the fact that it was fueled by the dry northern winds that we were anticipated to receive. That night, the winds, we believe, were up to about 60 miles an hour or greater, which pushed that fire out of the geysers area, down the hill, and into the Geyserville community, or just above the Geyserville community. Firefighters continue to engage throughout the night and then through the day as well, bringing in resources not only from CAL FIRE but from all over Northern California, other local government agencies. Currently, the fire stands at 16,000 acres. We have made 5% containment. We do have 49 structures confirmed destroyed. That damage assessment continues. It is not over, but that is our current count. We have over 1,300 firefighters on the line. That number is expected to go up by another 50% as early as tomorrow. We have 8 air tankers assigned, along with the very large air tanker, which was used today. Prior to the incident, CAL FIRE and our local government agencies staffed additional resources, such as crews, helicopters, aircraft, fire engines, and even a night flying aircraft in anticipation of this wind event. Currently, crews work throughout the day to further add to the control lines and continue to gain some containment on the fire itself. It was also the first chance they've had to see it in daylight, so they were able to get a better map of the area and actually establish a little better strategic plan for containment down the road. We will continue this process throughout the night and throughout the next day, 24 hours a day, for the next few days until the incident is mitigated. Thank you.
Speaking next will be Sonoma County Sheriff Essick.
Good evening. My name is Mark Essick. I'm the Sheriff of Sonoma County, and I'm going to be giving you an update on the current law enforcement activities surrounding the Kincade fire. The Sheriff's Office acknowledges that this is a very stressful time for many members in our community. It brings back memories from 2 years ago. We want to assure every community member that the Sonoma County Sheriff's Office is in your neighborhoods right now that are being affected. We have over 50 deputies on duty right now. Overnight, we will have 26 deputies protecting the neighborhoods that have been evacuated and directing folks on how to evacuate. I want to address a little bit of rumor control. There's been some posting on social media that the evacuation order has been lifted. That is not accurate. All evacuation orders and warnings remain in effect. Currently, the evacuation order in the town of Geyserville and the hills east of Geyserville affects approximately 2,000 people. We want to continue to emphasize that we want people to heed those evacuation warnings, leave the area. We have plenty of deputies in the area to protect your property, and we will assist you in your evacuation. Currently, we are holding all evacuation routes. What that means is that once you leave an area, you will not be allowed back in, and we're doing that for your safety and for the safety of the firefighters and first responders in the area. As of right now, we have 0 reports of looting. We have no reports of looting in the area, and I attribute that to a large law enforcement presence of the Sheriff's Office and our law enforcement partners, the California Highway Patrol, CHP, Santa Rosa Police Department, and the Healdsburg Police Department, who have been assisting us. I'd also like to report that we have no missing persons at this time, and we have no fatalities reported to the Sheriff's Office at this time. We will continue to work closely with our CAL FIRE partners. We'll keep you informed. We want you to make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Nixle for immediate updates. And lastly, I want to thank the public for their incredible support of the public safety and the firefighters out there. We've had numerous donations of food and offers of help, and it is much appreciated. Thank you.
Speaking next from the California Highway Patrol is Captain Wolf.
Good evening. I'm Captain Aristotle Wolf, the commander of the California Highway Patrol here in Sonoma County. As far as Highway Patrol operations related to the fire, we are manning road closures and assisting the Sheriff's Department and our allied partners as necessary. Currently, those closures are essentially denying access to the town of Geyserville We're at Geyserville Avenue and 101 and Geyserville Avenue and Canyon. We also have portions of 128 closed east of Geyserville, which begins at Alexander Valley and ends at Pine Flat Road. As the sheriff said, we are denying entry. So I understand that that can be frustrating to people, but please plan accordingly. And again, if you do leave an area, there shouldn't be people in the area, but if they do leave, they are not going to be allowed access back in. Our officers on those scenes are on fixed posts, and they'll be there until it's deemed that that's safe to let people back in. And in the meantime, we do have staffing brought in for other areas to assist with these closures so that you're still safe and secure on the roadways. So we have full staffing throughout the area for regular operations. I would just like to say that it is a frustrating time. I know you have your commutes and your daily business to go about, so please be patient with each other, be patient with us, take care of each other. And at this point, I know it's important to people for tomorrow's commute. There is no threat to US 101, so the freeway, the main freeway, will be open. And again, I just remind everyone to drive safely and keep your frustrations at bay. It's a tough time for everybody. Thank you.
Speaking next from the County Board of Supervisors here in Sonoma County, Supervisor Rabbit.
Thank you. Certainly our thoughts are with the residents of the affected area. We are also thankful for the many first responders here in the county assisting those of us in need and protecting our life and property. And certainly behind those first responders, there's a deep bench of folks who work tirelessly in the roles to make sure we are all safe. And we are happy thus far that I believe there are no injuries reported, and we hope it stays that way. It has been a trying day. Again, the health and safety of our residents is our number one concern. I'd like to say, obviously, fires bring poor air quality. We want you to minimize your exposure.
All right, you've been listening to CAL FIRE, Sonoma County officials. That is David Rabbit with the County Board of Supervisors right there. And they've been giving us the latest here on the Kincade fire. Earlier, we heard from Mike Parks with CAL FIRE, who said that that fire has now burned 16,000 acres, is at 5% containment. 49 structures have been confirmed destroyed.
Good news, if there is any at all, no fatalities and no missing persons that they know of. We don't know completely about injuries. The CHP saying that the town of Geyserville is essentially isolated. It's been closed off to anybody coming in. They want people who've been told to leave to go ahead and evacuate, and they have beefed up their patrolling. There is no reports of any looting, and they have extra personnel on duty to make sure that homeowners, all of their possessions will stay safe through the night.
That's right. There are some 1,300 firefighters and support personnel battling that fire right now. That number, CAL FIRE said, is expected to go up by 50% tomorrow, and they are staffing support for this wind event that they expect this weekend. On that note, we'd like to get you over to